Thomas Carter never imagined that the land his grandfather had worked his whole life to buy, a massive 1,500 acres passed down through generations, would one day be stolen in broad daylight. This land wasn't just dirt and grass. It was family history, a place where every tree held a memory and every acre carried the weight of a promise. But one summer morning, Thomas noticed strange men walking around with measuring tools, marking the ground like it belonged to them. Weeks later, the sound of bulldozers shook the earth, and new streets began to cut through his property. The local homeowners association claimed that the land had been abandoned and sold it off to developers, even though Thomas had never received a single legal notice. When he tried to confront them, they smirked, acting as if he was powerless against their system. But Thomas wasn't about to give up the only legacy his family had left him. He quietly hired a skilled property lawyer, and together they dug through decades of dusty deeds, tax receipts, and legal loopholes until they discovered a shocking truth. Several HOA board members and their close friends had built their own luxury homes on Thomas's land without owning a single legal title to it. This meant that by law they were trespassers on property he still legally owned. Thomas waited patiently, never warning them about what he knew, and then struck hard, filing lawsuits against every single one of them. The court's decision was swift and clear. Thomas was the rightful owner, not just of the land, but of the houses built on it. Everyone expected him to kick them out immediately, but instead, Thomas decided on something far more humiliating. For the HOA, he legally listed their houses for sale, one by one, forcing them to watch as strangers moved into the very homes they thought they owned forever. Within a year, the same people who had stolen from him were the ones packing up their belongings in defeat, while Thomas walked away not only with his land, restored, but with a fortune in his bank account. But the real twist came when the final sale was made, not to a stranger, but to Thomas himself, who bought back the last property just to tear down the HOA office and plant a giant oak tree in its place, a living reminder that some roots run too deep to be stolen. If you enjoyed this story, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with someone who believes that justice always finds its way home.